Good morning. Good morning. It is negative 10 degrees. I'm kidding. Oh my goodness. Come on in, everybody. Good morning. Forgot my drink. It's all right. We shall make it through. Good morning, my loves. Come on in. This is Thursday, January the 9th, 2025. Come on in. Tell me what you're doing today. Are you working? Are you thinking about working? Are you at work freezing? Are you at home freezing? Yeah, I actually could not hold my eyes open another second. So I actually went to bed around midnight. For the record, I mean, I was scrolling through, Anita called me up to her panel to apologize, and I just, apologize back. Everybody can just, but it was kind of awkward, so I left and went to bed. Good morning, Allie. Good morning. Dion is work and freezing. Carol is already using her stickers. Are you getting ready for the snow? I have just a few things to get, but I do have bread and I do have milk. Yes, they did, Michelle. I thought that was pretty awesome. Hey, Ponzi. Aw, thank you, Sarah. That's a really amazing thing for you to say. Thank you. Hey, Jeannie Lou, good morning. Everybody using their new stickers I uploaded for them. Rose Chronicles, happy birthday. KRISTIN, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. I got to get my nails done today. I don't know. It's so cold. It's almost too cold to be out, but they are. Christmas is over, so I got to get the candy cane off of them. Good morning, Rustic Flamingo. Hey, Soaring Gal. Lady in red is in the house. Courtney is in the house. Courtney, all you got to do is hit that subscribe button. It's $3.99 per month. Less than one Starbies. Good morning, Jen. Hey, Darla. Isn't that the cutest thing ever? I set the new goal as something new. I haven't seen it before. It's called Woolly Hat. So freaking cute. So cute. And that's what I'm going to be wearing, mini woolly hats today because I'm freezing. And I've got to go have lunch with my bestie who just got, diagnosed with breast cancer. So I'll be bundling up for sure. Well, what's going down? Are you freezing in your neck of the woods? Lady in Red says, make today great. You guys are so fantastic. We have 145 souls in the room so far, 2.6 thousand likes. Let's see if we can get that on up, get some more folks in here. Today's live goal is 10 woolly hats. We already have one. Thank you for sending that. Good morning. Tina22 sent a subscription. Eppley, Lauren, if you are in the room, you are a subscriber. Thank you, Tina22. And welcome to the SCF family. Thank you for joining, Lauren. Tammy says it's supposed to get 8 to 12. They're calling for... Okay, so they have... This is what's crazy about... This is what gets me about East Tennessee, is they have 3+. So they're saying anywhere from 3 to 8. Well, that's a significant difference. So I'm just kind of waiting around seeing what's going to go down with this snow. Tammy's in Central Arkansas. Melissa's using her stickers. You guys are so cool. I do have a few things to talk about. Listen, we can talk about whatever you want to. I'm just in here to give some updates and, what's going down in the true crime world. If you have something you want to talk about. Oh, and there's KRISTIN. Let me get my headphones on. Yeah, I know. I just now saw it.
Good morning, beautiful people, and happy 38th birthday to me. Now, for those who have been following the Karen Reed trial as well as the Brian Walsh trial, Michael Proctor has taken the center stage as there was quite a few problems that he has created for himself in both trials. And most likely it will result in some major problems for the prosecution. So what he had done was that, and this Michael Proctor was at the center of Reed's trial that resulted in that mistrial in July of 2024. And the part of the evidence that was introduced in Reed's trial was a vulgar and inappropriate text messages that the lead investigator, Massachusetts State Police Trooper Michael Proctor, had sent to colleagues about Reed. And Proctor's behavior had placed him under investigation, suspended without pay, and faces a board hearing on January 15th for violation of department policy. Now, as how it bleeds into the Brian Walsh trial, he was the same lead investigator on this case. So what happens is at this point, is it also going to result in a mistrial for Brian Walsh? That I would love to see how that plans out. Because at this point, you have Proctor at the center stage at the most recent hearing that was covered yesterday on Court TV. So where we had a lot of these defense attorneys saying, well, we've got a loophole now that previously didn't exist. So I feel like they're going to take that to their advantage and run with it.
Mm-hmm. The Brian Walsh case, he was charged with unaliving his wife, Ann Walsh. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? Because that's just about all I know about that one.
Basically short of the very long, and I'm going to bring up the case details to Brian Walsh. Mm-hmm. And so it was to my understanding he had unalived his wife, and
I know that it was basically circumstantial evidence, and that
yes,
trash,
because her body was never found.
Yeah. Right.
So once again, we're seeing an uptick of trend of cases all over the nation of people being prosecuted without a body being found. Brad Smith out of San Antonio, Texas is also a good example of this as well, folks, where the now missing luxury real estate realtor, being his wife Suzanne, who's currently still missing. He's currently under incarceration at the Bexar County Jail in San Antonio as a result of that. So my question is, are we now shifting, considering this uptick and having this circumstantial evidence at best, are we going to see a shift away from the mandatory requirement of a body to solely circumstantial at best?
I believe so. And I believe another case that will help that is the Mom Tabak case. She is still missing, and they charged Naresh Bhatt with first they charged him with concealing a dead and alive body, and then they charged him. They upgraded that to a slaughter charge based on the amount of blood that they found in the home that would be unsurvivable. Like they lifted the tub and they found it in the cracks going down the drain. So at this point, they could safely, probably not safely, but more than likely say that without a body, they were able to obtain these charges on him based on the circumstantial evidence. So I think you may be right.
And with that consideration, typically when you look at criminal law itself, you have the burden of proof based on prosecutors to bring those jurors to have that beyond a reasonable doubt conclusion. And I'll be honest with you, if I'm a juror and I see circumstantial evidence, I may not go the way that prosecutor's narrative is wanting to go. And that's where I think is we're going to see a lot of mistrials and hung trials and people becoming acquitted as a result of that.
Mm-hmm. Thank you guys for using your stickers. I see you, Larissa. Thank you guys. They're loving the new stickers. Thank you guys. I love it. I love that you guys liked what I make and that you're using it. And that's the intention. Thank you so much. So there are some things that I wanted to talk about here. And I thought let's because this is what I'm going to do. For the year 2025, there's got to be a calendar or something with all of the trials, the high profile case trials. And I wanted to give you a very quick list of those so you can jot them down just to keep it, and these change. Little Dirk's trial just got changed. So, but just mark these down, okay? His Little Dirk's trial was supposed to start on the 7th, but it got delayed until October 2025. Little Dirk, he faces trial for orchestrating the slaughter for hire plot against Quando Rando, and it's a whole thing. So get familiar with Little Dirk's case. That one's going to come up next October. Of course, we got April 1st, the Karen Reed retrial for the unaliving of John O'Keefe. That's scheduled. Write that one down. April 1st, Karen Reed. April 28th is Corey Richens, who stands trial for the unaliving of her husband, Eric. April 28th, Corey Richens. May 5th, of course, the infamous Diddy trial. We finally start the trial here. We've went through 55 can I get out of jail bail hearings. As you know, he faces charges of sex trafficking and racketeering. In August, although I don't know the day, let me know. I don't know if it's been exactly scheduled, baby. The Brian Koberger, that's going to be the biggest one of 2025.
Yeah, and also his defense team just moved as of this morning to have sanctions against the prosecutors. So I'd like to see how that plays out. Also, I just thought of a brilliant idea for the Discord is that we come up with a docket calendar of all the cases that are happening for 2025.
That's awesome. That's an awesome idea. Yeah, let's do it.
That way we have an idea of which ones to cover if they're already happening in addition to the ones that Court TV covers.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. October 20th, Shannon Gardner and Mario Fernandez Salindia. I don't know if I said that right. You can probably tell me, KRISTIN. It's Saldana. Saldana? Face trial for the unaliving of Jared Bryan. Brian Wash also faces trial, like we talked about, for his alleged part in unaliving of his wife. Okay, so those are just for now. There's all the kinds of things happening all the time. And can somebody tell me, KRISTIN, wasn't the Keefe D trial supposed to start?
I'm sorry, which trial?
Keefe D,
EFD? I thought so.
Tupac.
Yeah, that was supposed to happen this year. That was one of the ones that was highlighted by Court TV for this year. So let's check for the docket date on that. So let's just make a mental note for that. I do need to drop down. I have a meeting in a few minutes, so I'll still be in the comments if you need me. But yeah, let's work on making a docket calendar, so
Okay.
that way we can have it and everybody's aware of what's going on.
Okay, it sounds awesome. Thank you so much. Tara says, what about the men who were all found outside with FETOD? Did anything come from that? I'm not familiar with that case. I want to say something, just came up with that. What? Let me catch up y'all's comments. I feel like I'm jumping in the middle of a conversation here. You can also send out alerts from that Discord calendar. Shut the front door, Kelly. I did not know that. I didn't even know Discord had a calendar. Which I'm new to the Discord arena. Oh, yes. That's right, Tara. I know which one you're talking about now. Rustic Flamingo. That's right. These guys went over to watch a football game. I remember that. And the guys whose house they went to woke up the next morning and all of his house guests are on the back porch unalive. And so it was determined from what the FET, Street Pharmaceuticals, but whether or not the house owner was going to be charged, I don't know. And I never did catch up with that. That's an interesting one. I'll have to look up that one. Okay. So, just a quick update on the Wisconsin manhunt. He's still out there. Virgil Thu is still on the run from New Lisbon, Wisconsin. Still on the run. He's wanted in connection with the brutal unaliving of his girlfriend. Now we know the relationships. The girlfriend, 33-year-old Elizabeth Kolba, and two young girls, ages 12 and 13. Keefe D, oh, is he? Okay, I'll have to do an update. I was just like, okay, thank you, March 2025. Thank you for that. I had trouble finding a date this morning, and we will add Keefe D to our list. March 2025 for Keefe D. So if you're not familiar with the Wisconsin manhunt, I feel like this is so important. I've really not seen anybody else pick up this story. It needs to be everywhere. Otherwise, how can you put eyes on somebody if you don't know to be looking for them? They visited Thu's apartment and later discovered some trail cam footage. We talked about that yesterday. A car linked to him was found abandoned with a pew-pew in the trunk. When they broke into his locked bedroom, so he locked the door on the way out, all three were on the bed, unalive. Tumblers by Teresa. Subscribed. Thank you, and welcome to the SCF family. They were on the bed, and he locked the door on his way out. GSWs to the still on the run. Thank you, guys. We've hit a subwave. If we get 3 more subscribers in the next 14 minutes, TikTok will give you extra stickers and features. I have 310 subscribers and the goal is 327. Some advantages to subscribing is sub-only lives, moments of my private life that only you get to see, exclusive access to our awesome Discord, custom stickers that you get to use during the chat, and all sorts of neat stuff. Maybe some stickers in the mail if you would like a sticker or two, maybe. I did a dollop Daisy is proud to be a member of the SCF crew. You can see those stickers. Courtney says, somebody subscribe her. She'll send you the money. Oh, somebody subscribe Court. Tina got an auto renewal subscription. Thank you, Tina, for that auto renewal. That's awesome. Tara subscribed. Thank you for that, Tara. Welcome to the SCF family. Yay! Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome. So much love. If you're wondering what trial is happening right now, oh my gosh, Tina 22 sent another subscription to Courtney. Courtney, you got it. Oh, Shayna sent a subscription to Sharon Zolarsano. If you were in the room, you are now subscribed. Welcome to the SCF family. Oh my goodness. Courtney got her subscription. That is awesome. Woohoo! Butterfly says woohoo. Oh, now Courtney's back to being able to use her stickers. Hey, Holly, good to see you. Well, if you're wondering what trial is happening right now, this might be an interesting for you. It's going to be a heartbreaking one. I mean, it's currently happening. That would be one you would be able to look up on the YouTube. Deontay Flanigan is accused of beating his 2-year-old daughter, Zavia, on FaceTime, and he's facing capital slaughter. Kelly, I think that was Kelly, sent a subscription. Oh my God, Gagadito, Gemstone, Summer, April, all 5 of you got subscriptions. Kelly, thank you. Thank you, guys. What? Dollop a daisy. I know. This is amazing. Aw. You guys. Thank you. You all, one more subscriber to hit the subway. One more. And did I hit the... Oh, yes. I'll pin that. Okay, yes. So close to the goal. Thank you for the hat. Thank you, Allie. Whoa, that's a lot of stickers. Look at all these awesome stickers that you get to use. Let me pin them. If you become a subscriber, look at all the stickers. And I just added some new ones. They only let you have so many, so I think I have room to add some more. So I'll probably do that since it's snowing and nobody can get out. Or will start snowing in the morning, rather. We're all going to be snowed in. If it's snowing during tomorrow morning's show, let's go play in it. Thank you. So to continue with this horrible story, I want you guys to look up the story because this little girl really needs justice. So we were talking about how this guy literally took the life of his, allegedly took the life of his 2-year-old on FaceTime during a police chase. During a police chase. Listen to the story. Prosecutors say in March of 2023, Flanigan picked Zavia up from daycare, drove to the Walmart where her mother worked, attacked her, and then sped off with the daughter in the car. So the police, they're behind him. They're in this 45-minute car chase. Okay. They're in this car chase. He's in this car chase, and he FaceTimes the baby's mother. FaceTimes the baby's mother. And he BEAT the little girl live on the phone showing her mother while he was driving in a police chase. They're having court right now. They showed the video from the deputy squad car. Thank you, Riss Ross. Thank you for that. The baby's mother, KRISTIN Watson, you can hear her literally pleading on the phone. He's killing her. He's killed her. The mother, thank you for that, Carol. The mother expressed just really unhappiness, of course, in all of the little things she misses. She talked about giving her baths and sleeping next to her and how he took that away from her. The little girl's grandfather, Curtis Watson, described the unthinkable moment he saw his granddaughter's little body on the call. So he's looking through the lens of the police officer. So there was a standoff. He was arrested. The baby's taken to the hospital and she later dies that day. His capital slaughter trial in Houston, Texas started yesterday. But prior to March 21st, 2023, Watson attempted to end her relationship with Flanigan, but Flanigan assaulted his brother, who has special needs. And so if that is a trial that you guys want to find, you'll just go to YouTube and look up the trial of Deontay Flanigan. So that's a sad one. Yeah, and FaceTimed it too, to the mother, just as a punishment to her. And as a result, this baby lost her life and lost the next 80, 90 years of life. Does Texas have the death penalty? You are close to Houston. What's up, Myrtle Beach Media? That's so close to you. Yeah, so that'll be one to watch for sure. I mean, I'm obviously, it's alleged and everybody's innocent until proven guilty, but it's on FaceTime if the mother recorded it, but it's also on body cam and dash cam. So yeah. I mean, I don't think that this is going to be a hard trial. I don't think it's going to be a long one. I don't think the jury will take long on this one. This is the little girl who passed on FaceTime. Heartbreaking. Just go to YouTube and look up Deontay Flanigan. Good morning, Nana. Party on, Wayne. Party on. I love that username. I know. There's so many trials competing right now for media spots. This one is one of those that the media hasn't really picked up, but it needs to be covered. Wayne's World, party time. Everybody's loving the username. Oh, so nostalgic, so nostalgic. We have 23,000 likes. Let's see if we can get to 30,000 likes. I know you guys can do it. We have 163 so's. Is a clapping. And today's live goal is 10 woolly hats. We have 7 of the 10. If you'd like to throw a woolly hat, they're really super cute. I want one in real life that looks exactly like it because it's so cute. I have an email to read you. I have an email. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Speedy Grandma. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. It's me. Thank you. I got this weird email. Sadie's probably running around the house, Lord knows where. Thank you, Melissa. And so I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I literally got an email yesterday from somebody named Mother Teresa. And it goes as follows. The subject is precautions. I appreciate your concern for the family of John Britt McGee during this difficult time. I understand you want to offer support and assistance to them. However, I must caution you to be discerning about those who present themselves as helpful. Unfortunately, opportunistic individuals can sometimes take advantage of such situations. Protecting the family's well-being, both emotionally and financially, should be a priority. Please exercise due diligence in your efforts. Love, a concerned friend of Jamie's. Well, does anybody want to take this one? I don't know what that means. I don't know anybody in this case other than Jamie and Christy, the family advocate. So they must be talking about the family advocate, Christy. Please exercise due diligence in my efforts. What was I supposed to do? What? The family is bringing their own family advocate up. What am I supposed to do about it? You wanted me to... Who are you even talking about? The only people I know is Jamie and Christy, so it has to be about Christy, right? I just said to quit talking in riddles and say what you mean. That was my response, pretty much. Hey, Tan Lines, it's good to see you. Good to see you in here. Oh, man, alive. So, there's that. No idea. I think that the family should vet their family spokesperson before they come up on a show. That's just my opinion. Anybody hear from Robbie after his repeat 3 times of his live? No. Not heard from Robbie. But she don't really text me. I mean, I haven't talked to him in months. Tanlons gets to go home today, and she hasn't been home since the 19th. Oh, yay! Tanlons gets to go home today. All right. Starting 2025 like a queen. Starting it like a queen. Slay. Get to go home, girl. Congratulations. We are so happy that you get to go home. What a blessing that is. What a blessing. Aww. Tanlons, you make us smile. Thank you so much for everything that you do. Chastity, what I said about the family spokesperson is that that's the only other person I know in this case. So, did you hear the email? I got an email from Mother Teresa letting me know to be mindful and use due diligence. What does that mean? I'm not I'm not Nancy Grace. I don't have a team of people to vet people. Okay. I can barely get to my emails. So sorry. I don't know. Like the sister came up with her, so I'm thinking that it's okay. You know, I trust the family's due diligence was already done. So this email makes 0 sense. No, it's an email, not from him, from somebody named Mother Teresa. I'll read it again for those of you who just come in. An email from Mother Teresa. It says, subject precautions. I appreciate your concern for the family during this difficult time. I understand you want to offer support and assistance to them. However, I must caution you to be discerning about those who present themselves as helpful. It's important to verify the legitimacy of any individual's organization soliciting on their behalf. So that to me says, hey, I'm talking about Chrissy here. Unfortunately, opportunistic individuals can sometimes take advantage of such situations. Protecting the family's well-being, both emotionally and financially, should be a priority. Please exercise due diligence in your efforts. Okay. Duly noted. Please exercise due diligence. Noted. Why am I getting involved? Why are these people, listen, this is John Brent McGee's case, Tara. John Brent McGee. John Brent McGee.
Here's the thing, you tend to do very good due diligence 99.999% of the time, and you don't get involved in a case or bring a case to us without vetting those people and knowing that information. So I'm kind of more suspect of the person who sent that information, and possibly is this a misinformation push to deter you from being involved and in pursuit of the truth of this case. That's the way I perceive that. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
Hey, KRISTIN, can you trace emails?
I don't see why not. I can try.
Let's find out who this is.
Okay.
When you email me under the name Mother Teresa, I'm curious. I'll send it to you. Yeah.
Okay,
I
sounds
know.
good.
I see. I don't know. That's what I want to do. Is just find out where this is from. Um, it's from a Hotmail email account. I didn't even know Hotmail was still in business. Hotmail. Darla1969 says, I would have responded by saying that to the email saying, come to my live interior story. I just responded and said, stop talking in riddles and tell me what you mean. That's what I said. They're going to love me. Chrissy says, respond with, I'm doing my due diligence. Who are
Well,
you?
here's the
Oh,
thing.
we are doing our due diligence right now, aren't
You
we?
know, and I think it was brought up on the night that we had Chrissy and Jamie, where I and that there may have been people trying to basically deter others from pursuing the truth, as I said, and pushing out misinformation. And there's so much that has not been solved and put forth genuine effort on law enforcement's end that it's very concerning. And as I said, and I'll get into the tracing this afternoon. I have some time today. I'm gonna work on that. Um, but yeah, this is somebody trying to push in misinformation, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just don't feel like a family would come onto the panel themselves too and say, this is our family advocate, and I've trust the family has chosen their family advocate for a good reason and that she's been vetted. That's what I trust. So I feel like maybe you're right, and this email is just a deterrent. Good morning, Corey. Oh, that's secrets. Nico says Outlook took it over. Ooh. Tina says her advocate seems very involved emotionally. I know, she does. Speedy says give
Exactly.
them the most exposure. Yeah, someone's, and I also heard this, Speedy, just because I sleuth around the book face. I saw somebody say, well, if he's talking about Sean Poe, if he's going to be talking to a podcast, then you better, something's fishy here. He's getting nervous. So it's not me. He didn't pick me. So if he's planning to do a podcast, if that's true, it's not me. So I don't, although the invitation was up, I don't know where he's going, if at all. But my platform's open for them to
I
tell their
would
side of the
like to
story.
see what he says. So let's kind of just sleuth around, so to speak, see what he says. Let's see if he opens his mouth and inserts his foot, so to speak.
Yeah. Woo, we did reach the 34,000 likes. Let's see if we can make it to 50,000 likes. You guys can do it. We are not yet approaching the 11:30 a.m. hour. We have 163 souls in the room. And today's live goal is 10 of the woolly cats. And we already have 9, so we only need one more to reach the goal.
Well, here's the thing that also came to mind was he may reveal details that we can pursue on our own during his podcast that we can prove up that are indefinite lies and not indefinite but definite, excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
uh, to where, okay, in this heap of lies, what kernels of truth exist to where we can determine this may be something to run with. The part that was really concerning, and keep in mind, was with the luminol, where that whole wall had massive amounts of blood on it, being life fluid, excuse me, life fluid on it, and nobody did anything. And that was very concerning to me, is the lack of push for law enforcement to get this solved. And I don't think it's the case of it being a small town police department. I think it's just somebody just doesn't want to do their job. This is how it's perceived to me. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
What I think is because of Brent's past, I'm trying to roll up my sleeves here. I'm getting a little hotsy, honey, hot flash. Here's what I feel. I feel like Brent is being forgotten as just another one of them. I'm talking about people who have shady goings on maybe from time to time, or somebody who has a street pharmaceutical problem, who is known in the town for a street pharmaceutical problem. Maybe he did go into sobriety for a while. Maybe he had a relapse. Maybe he don't. I need more information on that. I'm not for sure. But I feel like if this was I'm not trying to be controversial here. Okay. I'm just giving you my opinion. It's my opinion. If this was a woman, let's say middle to upper class, would we that had perfect past, don't have a street pharmaceutical problem, would we be having the same conversation? Would they have gone over to somebody's house?
No, honestly, I feel like society as a whole views people who have a street pharmaceutical problem or has a criminal past or a previous criminal charge past where they had already paid their debt to society and, are now seeing on the other side of it as the undesirables of society and treat them like second-class citizens to where they feel as if, oh, well, we'll just slide it under the rug and we won't do anything or pursue anything about it. It reminds me of Bradley Stracer's case in that respects, where they had viewed him in such a negative light, they felt the need not to pursue that letter in Bradley Stracer's case. So I kind of get that vibe as well in regard to the McGee case as well. And it's just the fact of we as people as a whole need to just start lighting a fire under our local law enforcement's feet and just say, look, your cases need to be solved regardless what walk of life they are. Whether if they're an affluent person, a middle class person, if they are from lower income, high crime areas, they deserve justice just as much as somebody who was middle class or upper class. And this class warfare stuff really is starting to grind my gears a good bit, especially as I am working on the prisoner letter project. And I'm finding out that they are viewed as basically undesirables. And they view, or at least they feel that they're the moment they get out, they will continue to have that status. And honestly, everybody's life has value in this world, regardless of whether they have a pharmaceutical drug problem, a type of other crime that they have experienced in the past. Everybody has value. And just as Princess Diana used to say, everybody has the potential to give back to society. And in this case, we need to pursue justice for McGee.
Yeah. I agree. Listen, I mean, my dad was the hoodlum of the holler. He was the guy who never missed a party, never missed a drink, never missed an opportunity, and I just think that what if this was my dad? What if it was him? What if this was my brother, my son? How would you feel? A human is a human, and that's what our taxpayers go, is for the police to protect, but also to serve. And I believe that John Brent McGee is not being served in this case. And I don't know who Mother Teresa is, but you will go way further with me being who you are than sending me an anonymous email under Mother Teresa. Does that make sense? Like, if you'll just talk to me, I'll listen. But under those circumstances,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you, Daisy, for using your stickers. Bring them back up. Yeah, I can talk to them, but I don't have Jamie's phone number. I would like to talk to her. But I do have Christy's. Let's see if Christy will give it to me, because I really don't. I really don't want them back up apart. I want them to always be a team, Jamie and Christy.
Together, yeah.
Together.
That would be best.
Heather says it appears they are always hiding. They are hiding something. No kidding. I mean, they're moving stuff. I know what was moved the day after my live aired, or the day of, right after it aired. I know what was moved. It's sus as AF. I can't tell you what it was, but it's really like, okay, is this the world's dumbest criminals who are never going to get caught? That's what I was feeling when I heard what they moved. Sometimes you just are without words, because
Exactly.
You're just like trying to process what's happening.
In Syracuse, Arkansas, where this transpired, is an extremely rural area of Arkansas. And I've got a friend out there who works on a chicken farm out there, and there's nothing out there in the sense of any type of civilization. So maybe it's just the case of they are just simply not wanting to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see, just out of curiosity, how much money out of that county, and usually the commissioner's court will post publicly how much money they get. And if they get X number amount of money, let's let the people of Arkansas in that area say, y'all get X number amount of dollars of our taxpayer dollars. How come y'all are not doing your job? And let that be another type of fire that goes underneath them as well. Put them under public scrutiny.
Chris Ross, if you can pull comments from your live after, and I said no, she seen some. Who saw something when? There is a way to pull comments. I don't know if you guys realize, but all the comments are saved just in a different place. So there is a way to scroll comments, I believe. I done it the other day looking for something, but I think I can't even remember how I got there now. So I hope I can find my way back. I saw it and I was like, wait a minute, because I was looking for something else, and I was like, what? What? I didn't even know that you could do that. So now I got to figure out how I done it. But who saw something? I'll make a note of it. What's up, Vicky from across the pond? Are you guys getting snow? Hey, Selena. Thank you for using your stickers. Thank you for your stickers. We are talking about John Brent McGee. Oh, Christy, because she saw something. Yeah, so I can go back to the original, and that's actually a good idea, is to see if I can get the original comments. I try to screen record sometimes just so I can keep up with the comments. I mean, keep record of the comments, and then my screen recording always fails. It always just only lasts a minute, so it's like not going to work. So I was so excited to find that the comments were stored somewhere else, and now I just got to figure out how to get back there. Celeste is in the house. 41,000 likes. We can almost see 50 in the horizon. You could do it. Chris Ross says the only screenshot that Sherry's comments that day, because I was like, whoa. Yeah, no. We
Now,
did not see Sherry coming in here, okay?
I did find a case for today, well, that we can talk about a little bit. And this particular article came out on the 7th. And it says, prosecutors targeting Syracuse gang in rare New York racketeering trial. Defense says that's unfair. Syracuse, New York. Jury selection began Monday in Syracuse for a racketeering trial that may be the first of its kind in Onondaga County. 2 men are charged under a New York state law similar to the federal RICO, Racketeered Influence and Corruption Organization Act law, which rarely used in the state. District Attorney William Fitzpatrick, who has been in his position for over 30 years, said he has never prosecuted this charge. Carl Newton Jr., 38, and Snikey White, 32, are accused of acting as members of a Syracuse gang called Uptown. Prosecutors said an indictment filed in Onondaga County Court. The case stems from an attempted unaliving case that was headed for trial in December 2023, but ended in mistrial for allegations of jury tampering. Instead of retrying the unaliving case, prosecutors upped the charges to include aggravated enterprise corruption. In the final court appearance before the new trial began, prosecutor Alphonse Williams said the case targets the entire Uptown gang, which is known to center its activities around the Parkside Commons apartment complex on the city's far east side. Newton's attorney, Greem Spicer, said it is unfair for 2 men to defend against the actions or existence of an entire criminal organization. That argument will likely be the crux of a lengthy trial. The trial is expected to last 3 weeks and include dozens of witnesses. Newton is accused of acting as a high-ranking member of the Uptown organization, while White is accused as acting as a lesser follower, according to the indictment. The gang is alleged to have a history of street pharmaceutical trafficking, possession of illegal pew-pews, and elimination of a rival gang members, and who's offended the Uptown hierarchy, prosecutors said. Prosecutors will have Newton and White each committed separate in pattern acts, within a span of 10 years to advance the goals of the Uptown gang. The unaliving and attempted unaliving charges that were the subject of the original trial, that are the 2 of the pattern acts or crimes included in the indictment, just days before the trial of the 9 pattern acts was dismissed by prosecution. The following are the crimes cited by the original indictment. 1. The attempted unaliving of Deontay Albert during the pew-pewing on Allen Street as the first act listed under the criminal enterprise charge. White was charged alongside with Newton for the attempted unaliving after the pew-pewing in the 200 block of Allen Street on July 28, 2021. 2. Newton and White illegally possessed a .45 pew-pew used to pew-pew Albert on July 28, 2021. Prosecutors said the handgun is described as an Uptown community pew-pew, meaning it is handed off to different people associated with the organization at different times. And the third one is that the unaliving of Jarrett Johnson, who was shot he was unalived at the 700 block of Albert Street on August 15, 2021, and had passed away less than a month later. White was originally charged with Johnson's unaliving, but a grand jury did not indict him. Under the new indictment, White was once again charged with Johnson's unaliving along with Newton. The murder is to be believed as retribution for Johnson's robbing Newton's sister years earlier, prosecutors have said. 4. The illegal possession of a pew-pew used to unalive Johnson. Prosecutors said Newton and White saw Johnson driving and followed his car before pulling up beside him and fatally pew-pewing him with a 9mm community pew-pew. 5. White is accused of possessing another illegal pew-pew on December 9, 2021 at the Parkside Commons Apartments, which prosecutors described as a known uptown gang hideout, according to the indictment. 6. In August of 2021, White gave police a false statement that was driving a car involved in a police chase in an attempt to exonerate Kenneth Kinsey, who was allegedly driving the car. Prosecutors said Kinsey was out on bail facing a unaliving charge. The pew-pew used to pew-pew Albert was found in the area where the car was first stopped, prosecutors said. White was attempting to cover for Kinsey, who was Newton's cousin, prosecutors said. 7. On December 10, 2023, Newton allegedly attempted to intimidate a witness who acknowledged relating to Uptown's criminal transactions, prosecutors said. 8. Potential witness tampering by Newton, according to the indictment. Prosecutors dropped the 8th pattern act in the final court appearance before the trial. Williams said that this came down to trial strategy, cutting down the lengthy witness list. And then, of course, finally, 9. The final allegation is used to tie the men to the Uptown gang centers around the allegations of juror tampering that led to the mistrial in December. So we are in for a gangbuster of a trial out of Syracuse, New York. So I think this would be something that we could definitely follow up on, especially for those who like hearing about organized crime.
Let's give everybody kind of a condensed list here. Jarrett Johnson, he's the victim. He's 31 years old at the time of this incident, and he passed away from the injuries on September 5th, 2021. Carl Newton Jr., he's the suspect accusing of taking Jarrett's life. He's 35 years old, and he's a resident of Liverpool, and he was taken into custody on November the 4th, 2021, in accordance with the September 5th incident. And all of this is also dealing with the Syracuse Police Department. So the timeline, let's condense the timeline here so everybody understands. August 5th, 15th, 2021, 2:30 a.m., the Syracuse police calls and they hear shots fired. But around the same time, they see a single motor vehicle collision in the 300 block of Pond Street. So they are hearing pew-pews over here. There's a car accident happening over here. When they get there, they find the person, Jarrett Johnson, as, as a victim of this event. He was the driver of the vehicle. So September 5th, he dies. And on November the 4th, it took them 2 months to do this investigation. They go over here, they arrest Carl Newton Jr., 35, in connection. So from there, there's tangly webs and da-da-da-da, and that's KRISTIN's forte there, getting all those connections. But that's the gist of what happened. I would love to keep up with this one. We can call it the Alvord Street homicide if you want to. We'll name it.
We definitely can. And, just like there's many, many tentacles to the various crime families and organized crime, I personally enjoy organized crime. And believe it or not, one of my fairly new prisoners that I have in the Prisoner Letter Project, this is James Patton Robertson. He actually was transferred to prison with John Gotti of the Gambino crime family. And he said that he felt that Gotti enjoyed hearing himself talk, and he had quite a bit of a heavy eye twitch as a result of the stress of everything. And I had to explain that at that point in time, he had been betrayed by Sammy the Bull Garavano, who's also, by the way, on TikTok, by the way, and has a very interesting podcast on Audible as well. So you can definitely check that out if you like organized crime. So Sammy at that point turned state's witness, and he had given the testimony of the century. At this point in time, no crime family ever had a genuine rat who had went and became an informant and said, look, this is Gotti, this is what he did. This is what everything that transpired. This is the coding of the letters and how the coding of the calls went. And I had to explain that in the Ravenite Club, they had initially bugged the Ravenite, but where all the real secret conversations happened was in the upstairs apartment of the Ravenite Club. So that's where that clutching recording happened, indicating that Gotti was linked to the unaliving of Paul Castellano outside of Sparks Steakhouse, there and where everything had happened. And so, yeah, he was going to be under a large amount of stress. He had just beaten 3 cases prior to that, being known as the Dapper Don and the Teflon Don. He was the epitome of fashion and flair and the new image of the Italian mob. And so this is where things get really interesting. So that was the really interesting aspect. And he's met a few other very interesting people, such as Larry Nasser. He's also met Lord Conrad Black as well. And he actually knows Ross, which is the one I've been trying to get answered to me for an eternity. But I'm going to have to wear these people out. But yeah. So there's lots of interesting developments that happen in the Prison Letter Project. Of course, that is an available benefit to the Discord members, where I will contact the various different prisoners. There are a lot of these big cases, and just simply I ask them and focus more on not so much on the case itself, but as them as human beings. And of course, along the way, they do eventually talk about their case just simply as it comes out. And so that way we get a different perspective. Like, for example, my prisoner, Thomas Joseph Petters, he believes he was set up and by a gentleman who previously had been charged for fraud, who had his identity changed while in the witness protection program. So these are interesting benefits of being a part of the Discord and being a subscriber of Stephs. So if you are interested in being able to have those benefits available to you and get sneak peeks behind the scenes, by all means, subscribe.
Thank you, KRISTIN. That's so sweet of you to say, but yes, if you want to look at all of KRISTIN's wonderful work with the prison letter, we have a whole prison letter section. I also have a section in the Discord, which is really cool for subscribe. You got to hit that subscribe button, and then you'll get the link to the Discord through the customized perks section of your people that you subscribe to page. There's a whole section of John Brent McGee where I upload all of the photos, the supposed timeline. So there's a whole strand. And this is what I want to do. And I don't want to bulk it up with just threads of cases, but the ones that I'm currently working on, in the high profile ones, yes, of course, I would love to highlight those and give all of the information and stuff. Hold on a second. I gotta take care of some business here. Okay. You guys did it. We have 56,000 likes and 146
Also,
souls
a
in
part
the
of the
room.
prison letter project, I did add the current boss and the former boss of the Lucchese crime family because they are currently incarcerated. Granted, they are old, so I made my font very big in my letters, but I'm going to wear them out and see if they will respond. Now, granted, I picked them because one tapped the other to be the boss, so to speak. And I didn't want a John Gotti situation of if I got success with one other and I tried to go for a big one and that they get mad and something happened and they have to tentacles out into the real world. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go for the current boss and the former boss because the former boss had to tap the current boss to be the boss. So that was my logic.
Oh my goodness. Well, what are you guys going to do? I see you guys in here. Let's spend the last 10 minutes or so telling me about your weekend plans. Of course, I'll be back in here tomorrow morning, and I'm hoping I'm going to be in view of beautiful snow.
Of
I'm so
beautiful
excited.
snow.
Yes, I'm so excited about it.
Well,
I'm so
it'll
excited.
be my birthday weekend. I will be in Austin with my best friend from Austin, Mallory. We are going to go to have dinner at a Mediterranean restaurant called Abba in Austin, where you have a vast array of different Mediterranean foods and different seafoods as well. And I think that'll be a great time. I've never been there. However, I've been told it's really great. So that's one of the few things that we'll do. And then afterwards, we'll hang out at her house. And of course, you guys can't keep me away. I'll be on the Discord sometime in the evening. So
I just
there you
got
go.
literally just had a winter warning pop up on my thing as we're talking about the winter warning. It's so weird. It's like, is the government listening? Of course they are.
Of course they are. Happy birthday
Uh,
indeed. Thank you so much, Suede. And thank you so much, everyone, for their gifts today. I really do appreciate it so very much. And the birthday wishes, it truly means so much to me. I actually got quite a few letters from my inmates wishing me happy birthday as well. Thomas Joseph Petters wrote me, as well as Sean Felgenhauer out of Idaho. I also got a birthday wish from James Patton Robertson as well. So the project is getting underway, and we are the more I try to wear these people out is when they finally decide to talk to me. Like
yeah.
Rashia Wilson is the new one that happened yesterday, and Rashia Wilson is famous for being the queen of tax fraud. She currently is incarcerated at FCI Tallahassee, and she had been incarcerated as for 21 years for tax fraud. So she is a famous white collar criminal who had been featured on BET's American Gangster Trap Queens. She also did recently a interview with Terrence Gangster Williams on YouTube as well. So now we're starting to get the bigger name people rolling in. So we're finally getting there. It's just only took me a month to get there, but I'm actively working at it.
hmm Yeah, that's awesome. I don't know. You have such patience with that and such organization skills. I could not.
I have to work. Honestly, you're going to think I'm like weird, but I organize my letters in two stacks, response as well as going out, and I organize them alphabetically. So I know who I have. And if I have more than one person of the same facility, I tell them, and I tell them I want to be friends with both of them. And that way, please don't fight over me. I don't want that because sometimes it can be an issue if they're in the prison. So it is what it is. But thank you so much for the birthday wishes once again. But yeah, life and times, we are getting up in the world. Now I just got to work on Yolanda. That's the goal for today, is to work on Yolanda. Because she gets out, if, like, hypothetically, big capital IF, if she gets out, she will get out in March. which
I'll be
public
right back.
sentiment, I think not. So, but that's my own personal 2 cents. There's such a ferociousness of the public that I don't think that's going to happen. And she is so busy not taking into account, and especially if you watch the recent documentary that was done on Oxygen True Crime called Yolanda and Selena and the Secrets Between Them. That particular documentary, there's blatant lies in there. Okay, blatant. And I don't get me wrong, I'm gonna raise my hand up. I'll admit I had to work through some feelings to write this letter, but I'm gonna write this letter and I'll take one for the team because we need to find out, if she will talk to us. And if she will talk to us, that'll be interesting.
Yeah. I wanted to take a moment to tell you what today's live is brought to you by. I'm going to pin these. If you guys want pins, these are the bomb. You probably see me use the gold one all the time. I love the color gold. But what's really cool about these ink pens is that they come in different colors and they say stuff on them that we feel, but we never get to say out loud. So like tomorrow, you could use the blue one that says fuck off Friday. Yeah. There is also throat punch Tuesday. Yeah. Let me do the mirror here so you can see how cool these are. Throat punch Tuesday. We also have this one, which I'm not going to say, but you can read it. And then we also have this one, which is the one I use all the time.
Hey, Steph, there's a double
And then we
echo, and
also
I'm not
have
really
this
sure
one,
if
which
it's
is the
just
one I use
me.
all the time. I'll mute you. So those are there if you guys want to look at them. I just, I don't like get stuff off TikTok Shop just to like, if I try it and I like it, then I'll let you know about it. So we did hit 60,000 likes, and these pins are the bomb. If you want to grab them, please do, because this is the one that I write with all the time, and it's wish a bitch would Wednesday, and I'll use it every day. Like it doesn't matter. It's just like that's your attitude for the day. So, oh, you make them, Tumblr by Teresa? You make these? They're pretty cool. I'm missing one. I'm missing a day, a pink one. There's 5 of them, one for every day of the week, or is there 7 of them? But I'm missing quite a few of them because they're around the house because I used them. But these are the ones that I have nearby that I wanted to show you. You make them too, Nico? See, I don't know how to make these because it's not the epoxy ones. It's more like and I don't know if that's a vinyl top or vinyl's title or not. Hey, Greta, thank you for that. Good morning. Thank you, Greta. I appreciate that. There are 7. There's one for every day of the week. I've got 3 that are missing. That's why I went over to look. I'm like, where are my pens? 3 of them are around the house somewhere. Oh, Tumblers by Teresa, you do resin and glitter. I might have to talk to you, Tumblers, because I used to do pens too and tumblers too. But I would love some Steph case files, like epoxy pens to give away. I think that would be really, really cute. And I already got Jeannie Alderson making 5 tumblers to give away. So show me what you got, Tumblers. You can email me at stephscasefiles@gmail.com. Maybe I can see about ordering some as giveaways. What would you guys think about that? What's my favorite color? Probably pink. I think my favorite color is pink. Michelle subscribed. Thank you for subscribing, Michelle. Thank you. I appreciate that so very much. Well, I'm going to hop off of here just a few minutes early. I'm going to meet my best friend for lunch. We've been best friends since 1991, I believe. And so I don't want to be late. I have a surprise for her. I should have brought. I used to rhinestone cups too, and I went to rhinestone a cup for her, and it took me forever, and it looked really horrible, and I had to start over. I'm like, I am out of practice for this, but it turned out okay. Greta, you know I'm always around. So I'll probably do that, and I'm always around Ticker Talker, so you guys never are too far from me. But please know that I love each and every one of you very much. I thank you for my blessings, Lord. Thank you. Thank you for this. Thank you for everyone that takes the time out of your day to come in here. I really appreciate you. It means a lot to me, and I appreciate your support. I'll be live again in the morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, hopefully in the middle of a snowstorm. Fingers crossed. Until then, make sure you follow me on every social media platform. All you have to do is look for the same username and logo. Follow me especially on YouTube, because January the 19th quickly approaches. Okay? Don't want to lose you. Make sure you follow me on YouTube. Be kind to one another. Thank you. Bye, KRISTIN. Thank you. Happy birthday.